Hello there, hello there, hello there, YouTubes. How the devil are we all? I'm very well, thank you for asking. This is Kristi and Kev's Happy Hour. I am Kev. And I will always love you. And joining me as ever is Kristi Winters. She's working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Now you're a bit too soft for me. Now you gotta get closer to the mic. I can't hear you now.
Oh, sorry. Was my singing not good enough for you, Kristi?
No, it was, well, your last note was a little flat, but other than that, it was lovely.
Bit of Dolly for
Whitney.
You. No, Dolly.
Well,
there were two Dolly songs. There's a theme. There's always a theme.
Oh, right. 9 to 5 and the Whitney Houston thing that she made more famous.
No, that she did fucking when Whitney Houston was a child.
Yeah, but as a child of the 80s, I didn't know that one, and I only know the one from
Well,
Whitney
you should,
Houston,
because Dolly Parton's voice is like that of a fucking angel. It's way
well,
better.
if you say so. The thing is, you know, she does, yeah, I mean, I liked Jolene, but I also liked the, what is it, the White something, the Jack White in his band.
People. You like the white people?
No.
Okay.
People in the chat will say. But yeah, they did the cover of Jolene. White Stripes. That's what it was. It was the White Stripes.
Yes.
Great cover of Jolene as well. She does songs that are very coverable.
Yeah. But in the I Will Always Love You, it's a really heartbreaking one when she does it. Like it's
as opposed to like the power ballad where Kevin Costner picks up Whitney Houston.
Well, exactly, yeah. Because if you listen to the words, it's look, I'm leaving. We're breaking up. This is a thing that can't survive. It's for the good for both of us. Whereas in Whitney Houston's one, it's like, oh yeah, but I'm fucking the white dude. Like what? That's not what that song's about.
So I think that song might have been as a result of her leaving her, ending her business relationship with her manager. There's I think a drunk history about Dolly Parton and how she became famous. And she had this manager that really helped her career, but at some point she kind of needed to move on. And she wrote him this, you know, like, I think that song might be in part because of like, I gotta go. Like I'm bigger now. I need to be on my own. Goodbye. And I'll miss you. And he was all kinds of bitter, but then they made up and she gave him a lot of money because she was super generous.
Look, she was famous for two reasons.
Her big boobs and her voice.
No, talent and tits.
Well,
see?
didn't I
That's
just
a double
say?
switcheroo. You didn't know which was coming next. Ah.
All right. So anyway, so now that we've had our Dolly Parton moment.
Yeah, the obligatory Dolly Parton opening, so to speak. That's an unfortunate phrase. Anyway, yes. Well, what are we here to talk about today, Kristo? You don't even know.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know, but I can tell you, I can give a little preview. I've got drunk Franklin Graham audio from my bookmarks and some updates on Jordan Peterson's health coming up, as well as a good example of a white lady being an ally. So if we do get to my bookmarks, we can look forward to those.
Oh, no, we will. I've got 2 videos for everyone, but they're very short.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But we will be pausing quite a lot because I have to bring you a relatively new person to the scene. Because there's one thing I know you really enjoy, Kristi. It's being patronised.
Oh, that's my favorite thing in the whole world.
You love being patronised by conservatives, especially. I know that. So I thought I'd bring you my favourite new example of just such a twat. Anyway, before I do, are we all aware of the concept of astroturfing?
Yes. I think it was invented in the early 2000s, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. It's not literally putting down astroturf in place of natural grass.
It's associated with the Tea Party.
Metaphorical thing. And I'll just read to you from the Wikipedia article. Astroturfing is a practice making the sponsors of a message or organisation, i.e. political advertising, religious or public relations, to make it appear as though it originates from and is supported by grassroots participants. So in other words, big money covering, funding a thing, but making it look like they're not funding a thing.
Yeah, an example would be... Yeah, like an employer who requires all of their employees to attend a rally.
That would be, yeah, absolutely. Or literally the entirety of PragerU.
Yeah, total astroturfing.
Or
faking support in order
Shapiro.
to build support. Yeah, astroturf.
Or Abigail Shapiro.
Oh, can the people see that yet? Did you do the switcheroo?
I did. They can see that. That's
precisely
what they can see. Yeah.
Whew.
Chris, don't question my technical abilities. God damn it.
Why would
am
I do that?
Exquisitely gifted in this department. Anyway, Abigail Shapiro. Such a tradwife, she didn't even take her husband's surname. We'll get onto it. Now, she runs a channel called Classically Abby, which, as the thumbnail for this video will have suggested to you, has been advertised so much that I think I can recite every single advert word for word. It's... I've been fucking drowning in a sea of Abigail fucking Shapiro adverts for the last fortnight. It's been a nightmare. Please stop. For the love of God. I will watch your fucking videos. Just stop advertising to me.
See, I got YouTube Premium. I don't see any ads anymore.
Exactly.
I live in an ad-free zone.
Exactly. I could tell something, either that or you hadn't been watching YouTube at all because you hadn't heard of this person. If you've been anywhere near YouTube, minus premium, minus like a really, really industrial strength fucking ad block or some shit, you've seen this idiot's bollocks, right? Not literally. I'm not suggesting she has bollocks. I meant rubbish.
She's talking bollocks.
She's talking bollocks, absolutely. Now, you can tell it's astroturfed as fuck because there's been a huge amount of money gone into that advertising campaign. And frankly, I wonder if the Koch brother, lol, will ever actually get the message that their money is being pissed down the drain on this. I was talking to someone who knows about this sort of thing, and they were claiming it must have been well into the six figures, the amount of money that's been spent on advertising.
Oh my God.
For this. And to collect a pathetic 50,000 subscribers from that, this person was saying you would expect at least 10 times that number for this advert run. Okay?
Wow.
Huge waste of money. But it gets even better. It gets even better.
Can I just pipe in here?
Of course you
to
can.
say that I think the issue is that conservative men don't like to be lectured to by women, even white women, and even white women they agree with, unless they think they can maybe sleep with them. Is she married?
She is married. Yes.
See, that's...
But
already in their eyes, her value's gone down.
But even then, you've taken the proper approach to that, because the majority of conservatives online are men. But she is specifically trying to target women online.
YouTube is not the place to target young women online.
The advertisement
Go to TikTok.
Yeah, the advertisement has not been well aimed, shall we say?
No, they don't understand their market.
Now, I wonder if we can tell a pattern here of which videos have been advertised and have massive viewing numbers, and which maybe not. So this one was. This one was released.
I was looking at the chat
an hour ago. 680 views. That's the kind of number I get for a Descent of Manosphere video, for instance. And I haven't spent 6 fucking figures on advertisement. 7,500, 13,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000.
Oh, wow. Okay, what's that? Oh, why I love my conservative life. Oh,
then
great. Yeah, that explains.
31, 36, 43, 73, 22,
Oh,
25.
Also, look at how much her making a vegetarian beef something got 20,000 views.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
kind of
Like it's all 20, 30, 40,000, then 79, 65, 63, 150, 170, 15, 46, 8.3, 31, 5.5, 15, 20, 16, all the way down.
People are accidentally trying to get off of the ad, and they go there and look at it instead. And it gets a view.
74, 12, 10, 37, 6, 21, blah, 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 blah. 4, where's some bigger ones? 262k. 460k. 5.8k. Like, that's the pattern. You can always tell the which one. Look at that. 1.7. Only a few days before 460,000. I wonder if there's been a massive amount of money poured into advertising those specific videos. And I wonder...
think
Abigail and whoever's funding this nonsense, because I mean she might be a person of independent means, but considering Ben Shapiro wasn't, I doubt she is either.
Yeah,
it's not gone well for her. We're going to take a look at these 2 videos here. Conservative women, it's our time, and ladies, stop hooking up. Because again, I'm sure you love being patronised by a woman, a conservative woman online, Kristi.
All right, let's do this.
Again, I wonder, because the other videos, I've had a look at some of these, and the smaller ones, they get, reasonably positive comments, because it's people who have actually gone onto it and gone, oh, I like this, and subscribed. The very few people who have done that. These ones, on the other hand, if you look at the likes to dislikes, 12,000 likes, 48,000 dislikes.
Who is brigading her channel?
Well, presumably, because this has been advertised to women, women are going there, seeing that this woman is basically saying, you're not proper women unless you're exactly like me, a conservative trad wife, a pretend, hypocritical conservative trad wife with multi-billion-dollar backers.
Yeah.
And going, yeah, fuck you.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there must be like going on the makeup channels or targeting other places like, you know, where it's predominantly women online.
But there's a bit of a ratio.
That's
a ratio going on there.
It's like a 4-to-1. That's really impressive.
Some of the comments are brilliant. This ad came into the wrong people's feed, and it's like the dislike ratio shows skull. Nice.
Yeah.
Conservative women are the backbone of America. Oh my God, is this a joke? Stop advertising this woman to me. I'm begging you, YouTube.
Oh, this is great.
Who do you think all women are dressing for men?
Why?
I'm not changing the way I dress for a man. I'm dressing for myself. Again, she's very
good for you,
patronising, you know.
Eve. Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
I don't click on not interested showing these ads. I'm whatever. It's gone.
Yeah. Oh, so no, go on. What?
Oh, there was some. Yeah, I don't know where the comment was. It's already gone. Oh, there it is at the top.
Well, you keep.
Unlike some people, I don't click on not interested. Showing these ads just reminds me how much smarter I am.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh.
The fact that she has to pay for this to be advertised is kind of sad, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not gonna lie, that was it. Yeah.
Do your makeup for the opera and not the club. Some people don't like the opera and more fun going out. Let them live. Ma'am,
Wow.
This is a Wendy's. So she's getting fucking dragged
all over by the women. Yeah. Don't come into YouTube thinking it's going to give you the Insta mob that being Sargon
but I do,
Ben Shapiro will.
I do wonder if the Koch brother is ever going to realise that they're pissing money up on a fake. It's not working. But the zeitgeist has moved past them.
Let's keep an eye on it. Let's see how long they keep subsidizing your channel if it's going to get this kind of ratio.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, should we take a look at Abigail Shapiro again? This is Ben Shapiro's sister. And if you look at her,
keep it in the family.
If you look exactly, well, she kept the name because clearly the clout of that surname, which is very untrad wife, Abigail. You harlot. See?
What, you value your dad more than your husband? Come on, it's God.
Outrageous.
And then whatever man owns you, and then the other man that owned you.
Well, exactly.
And then
what kind of degeneracy is this? With you deciding for yourself what your name should be? Yep. That's disgrace. Anyway, see. You see, when you take the trad thing to its logical conclusion, you end up looking stupid, Abigail. Anyway, she looks like, do you know that gender app where you can put like the face of a person who looks masculine or whatever, and they'll feminize it to make it look like, oh, this is what it'd be like if you were a girl.
I am aware of its existence. Yes.
This is what Ben Shapiro would look like if she were a girl. And I'll be honest, it's raised some interesting and confusing feelings for me. I'm not going to go into it. I'll just say I changed my underwear because it's a hot day. Okay, just leave me alone.
Well, I guess you have much wider taste. You know, you're really moving outside of your Pierce Morgan and who was it, neck waddle.
Well, once you've tried Piers Morgan, it opens a world of possibilities. It really does.
You realize.
The world is a much bigger place after Piers. I think of my life as before Piers and after Piers. You know, and I think he thinks the same way. I think he does. Anyway, so let's listen to Abigail talk shit.
All right, let's do that.
All these people dragging her, whether they were correct or whether they're being unfair.
Oh, I'm sure.
Social media,
totally
celebrities, influencers, and YouTube.
Is that okay?
It's a bit on the loud side for me.
Oh, a bit loud. Okay.
But take it at like 3/4.
So much of the time, it feels like one worldview, one position is tolerated. Many of them don't say outright what their politics are. Many of them do. None of them need to, and none of them will say what I'm about to. I'm a conservative influencer.
Sure you are.
Wow, that's how very phenomenally brave of you, Abby.
I mean, considering that quite a lot of the country is center-right, especially like the Bible Belt part of the United States, it's hardly an edgy position to be a conservative.
No, and not just that, but considering she's on YouTube, where most of the big political channels are pretty right-wing, like
Yep.
this is not an out there position. You're not out on a limb on this one, Abigail.
Yeah, I mean, just go look at Fash Fest. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people out there doing this grift.
Well, I'm surprised she hasn't gotten an invite.
Next year.
Being a conservative...
Although she is Jewish, so maybe they don't want to trigger Jack Posobiec. Who knows?
Yeah, they can't have them on the same conference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think Jack Posobiec would literally melt if he was on the same stage as a Jewish person. I think that's how it works with Nazi vampires, isn't it? I don't know.
I also love the fact that she comes out immediately with Victimhood.
Oh yeah, again, it's the middle class white woman Karen energy of wanting to be oppressed, desperately wanting to be oppressed.
Yes.
Conservative women in today's day and age is not easy. You'll be told that you have internalized misogyny. You'll be told that you don't care about other women's well-being. You'll be told that you aren't a real woman. But none of that.
No, please bear in mind that claim.
What?
She says, you'll be told you're not a real woman. Because I wonder if she does that at any point.
Okay, noted.
Anyway. And not just that, but coming from Ben Shapiro's sister, who has consistently misgendered trans women.
Oh.
Constantly.
Yeah, fuck you.
But
fuck you then.
Yeah.
Totally fuck her.
Yeah.
Is true. Conservative women are the backbone of American society. We prioritize marriage.
There she is getting married.
Oh, yep, because conservative women, they get married.
Yep.
Support
Life goal
our
achieved,
husbands
unlocked,
and support
achievement unlocked.
ourselves. We teach our families the strength.
Did you notice the Ben Shapiro-esque massive yarmulke?
Wait. You're not supposed to support yourselves. Your husbands are supposed to do that for you.
Exactly, yeah. You can't have it both ways. Once you open the conservative Pandora's box, you will be back in the kitchen making sandwiches and popping out babies. That is your job.
Or vegetarian beef casserole or whatever that low-rated video was.
Yeah.
That low-viewed video.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you didn't advertise that one because that one they only look. Charles Koch or whichever one's still alive, I don't know. He's only going to advertise the conservative ones. The fucking makeup tutorials can piss off. You know what I mean?
The woman, both inside the home and out. We help our husbands grow.
Whoa! Who said out? Who said anything about you being allowed outside? What?
Yeah, your place is in the house, making it tidy for your husband, making sure his meals are waiting for him when he gets home, providing sex.
A broodmare stays in the fucking stable.
Yeah, I mean, that's your role. You're supposed to be proud of that, I thought.
Not by obeying their every word, but by bolstering their strengths and tamping down their weaknesses. We live with values that encourage people to be better.
Not just that, but I mean, yeah, you're supposed to help your husband, but like tempering down their weaknesses. Like, is this a fucking child?
Can I just say, she sounds like she's reading a script. This does not sound like a normal conversation that a person would have to the camera, because she's delivering it in a way that makes it sound like it's being read.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not her words. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's not, because she's such an independent free thinker.
Yeah, her husband wrote it for her. She's not there to think. She's there to be pretty. Even if it's Ben Shapiro in a wig. Just saying.
She's there to be useful. She's there to be a helpmeet.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Or just meat. Frankly. Women are biological machines meant to create more people. That is it.
And clean the house and make dinner.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Don't forget the important unpaid labor.
But with robots, soon that won't be necessary either.
And sex dolls.
And we can keep about 12 women as the broodmares for humanity, and away you go.
Are sex dolls considered white genocide?
I would not be surprised if there's an article on 4chan about them being the electronic Jew or something. I'm absolutely certain there is. Look, you'll start seeing sex dolls with the parentheses around them as well, I'm sure.
That would be very alt-right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I must have shown you that thing about the purring Jew.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Or at least I don't. I blanked it if I did.
The idea of single childless women having cats as like a temp for children and all the rest of it, and that's a plan by Jewish people to enact white genocide, and they refer to the cat as the purring Jew.
Oh,
which
God,
is,
such pieces
I think,
of
the
shit.
stupidest and most hateful thing all in one. Well done.
Yeah, it's amazing how shit they are. Like, you have to, it's exponentially shit.
Yes, exactly. It's like compound shitness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We fight for what's right, even when the world tells us that everyone should do what they want, regardless of consequences. We stand hand in hand with men, not against them. And we shouldn't have to remain silent about our views, like I did.
And 5 feet behind, 5 steps behind them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As long as you've got your hair covered and all the rest of it. Which, by the way, why have you got your hair out, woman? Harlot. Yeah. She going about keeping her voice quiet. Well, that was up to you. Like you, I mean, you might think you live in some sort of weird fucking Gilead situation, but you don't. I mean, you might want to, but you could have spoken up for years. The fact that you didn't was on you.
Well, also this whole thing, like the world's not against women who are. I mean, in most places in the States, that kind of lifestyle is expected. It's not criticized in any meaningful way, you know. So again, this kind of bullshit of just victimhood, the victimhood narrative. I have to stand up against the majority view where I live.
Sorry, can I just point out, Joel Nicholson, well played, says, "The Electronic Jew is my favourite Leonard Cohen and Daft Punk collaboration project." Correct. Nice. And also, I do want to see that. I want to see what they'd come up with. That'd be amazing. Anyway, so let's, oh God, Abigail Shapiro, amazing.
Forgotten and left behind, as magazines and movies decided you're outdated. You've been told that the best way to be a woman is to act more like a man.
No.
What?
No, exactly. What? But what I want to say, I don't think she's editing it, and I'm not entirely sure the people editing it really know what's trying to be said here, because she just said the media is telling you to be more like a man, and she shows this, which has that's Reese Witherspoon and Eva Longoria, two particularly feminine, famous actresses. I don't know that that's really proving the point that you think it might be, Abby.
Look at all the butch haircuts.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Those aren't feminine flowing locks. Butch, that's not an airbrushed view of femininity.
Bull dykes, all of them. All of them. No, look, they're all really, really hyper feminine. I mean, Reese Witherspoon literally played the fucking Legally Blonde, more feminine than femininity itself character, and pulled it off very well.
Yeah. And also, look at the language on the Cosmos. Like, on the left-hand side, it's in Russian.
That's in Russian.
Or
that's
at least
in
some Cyrillic. Yeah.
So that's, we're somewhere foreign. It's in foreign land.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Why couldn't you get pictures of American Cosmos? Like,
she's paying Russians to do the editing, so they Googled or whatever the equivalent is in Russia. Yeah, and that's what came up. So they're like, fuck it, that'll do. She's not paying me English Google money. Fuck this.
Nope.
These decided you're
That's
outdated.
Hilarious.
You've been told that the best way to be a woman is to act more like a man. You've been told that you don't care about women because you care about a child in her womb. You've been told that...
Said absolutely nobody except the voices in her head.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I've never heard a single person say that.
No. I mean, I've seen My Body, My Choice.
Yeah.
I've seen abortion as healthcare. I've seen women upset at the fact that there are state laws that require them to take 72 hours to do a completely legal and safe surgery. That is the only kind of government interference there is in medical decisions. But no, I don't see anyone saying, if you don't support choice, you're not a real woman. Never seen that.
It's ridiculous. Again, modern conservatism, especially in America, but it's America, like when America sneezes, the rest of the world gets a flu. It just transmits itself to conservatism everywhere. Just throw out any old shit. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
just say whatever. Ben Shapiro. I mean, she's learnt well from her brother. Just throw out any old nonsense, and your fans will lap it up. Doesn't matter.
Well,
just say, they're trying to turn your young boy into a fucking robot. Fuck it, who cares? The purring robot.
Well, yeah, except clearly the audience on YouTube is all about just completely reshooting her video.
Well, yeah, because they're advertising to women, and women are going, "This is madness. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to be bullshit. A woman. I think I know. I think I'm perfectly happy. Fuck you, Abigail, dickhead." Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, and I don't feel like I even need to down thumb it. I feel like
that
it's already dead.
Superfluous.
There's no need.
Yes. You know? He's dead already.
Exactly.
That sleeping around is empowering, but waiting till marriage is ridiculous. You've been told that believing in God is passé. You've been silenced about your views.
Who was silenced anyway? Christians have rarely been more powerful than they are right now. I don't know, well, she's Jewish, but the religious lobby, okay?
Yes. No, and also can I just point out that she's complaining about what people are telling her she has to be and trying to silence her while she's reading a script she obviously didn't write herself.
Yeah, exactly. Not just that, but saying, oh, if people are saying you need to sleep around. No, people are saying you can if you want to, and you can wait if you want to. You're the one saying, you got to wait. Mm-hmm. What we're offering are options. What you are offering is tedium.
Yes, obedience.
Yeah, and forced tedium. If you want to go down that line and you find that fulfilling, you fucking do you. And you do your one partner forever. Jesus.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's fine.
You go and
leave everybody else the fuck alone.
Exactly.
To fuck alone if they want. In a group,
or not.
Whatever they want.
Asexuals are fine too.
It's none of your fucking business what people do in their bedrooms.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Let's take back the culture so women can be women.
See, let's take back the culture so women can be women. So basically, if you don't agree with me, you're not a woman.
Yeah. Yes.
But we're the ones saying that you're not a real woman. Look at fuck off. Just fuck off.
It's not saying let's create a place where we can have our views and discuss stuff. It's saying let's not let other people talk about what they want to.
Yeah.
Let's be authoritarian. Let's take the culture back.
Exactly. Talk about reclaiming
the 1950s.
Femininity. Let's talk about dating with purpose. Let's talk about finding balance in career and home life.
Whoa. Trad wife, who said anything about a career?
Dating with purpose. Dating with purpose? Isn't that feeding into the whole MGTOW that women are just gold diggers and they're out for something?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the trad wife thing is essential. I mean, you are playing into that concept of it being long-form prostitution, in essence. That you are financially dependent on this other person who you can't really say no to.
Yeah, because that's the situation. It's the power dynamic.
Yeah. Like, it's just awful. The fuck? And not just that, but like I said, who said anything about you having a career? No,
did your husband give you permission?
You open the trad wife box of Pandora's box. You can't stop it where you like. It's either you like modernity and the freedom to be able to have a career, which you clearly do, Abigail, because you have a career. You don't have children, but you do have a career, which is interesting for a trad wife. Whatever.
Also, so she's so oppressed. Look at her material wealth.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the background there.
Look at all her husband's stuff. That's amazing, isn't
it? That he lets her have.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. He brings home the paycheck. Look at all Charles Koch's material there. That's nice.
Yeah, look at how they spend
the
Coke
the
money.
place well. Yeah.
Yeah, on a bunch of tat that you have to dust. I mean,
no, you get a Mexican in to do that. You don't do it yourself. Jesus.
Get a housekeeper.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, we don't like illegals, but Consuela, she's all right probably. I haven't checked the papers, but she's probably fine,
Let's talk about
just like
being
Trump.
An awesome, loving wife, but also being the kind of wife who makes your husband a better man. Let's talk
again. Are you marrying a fucking infant? Make him a better man. Does that responsibility not fall on him?
Look, well, the thing is, in the trad wife is basically a mother you can fuck.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like you have your mommy who gave birth to you, and then you get a mommy that you can fuck.
And you never have to clean your own underwear in your entire life. Yeah.
And making men better, this assumes that men have to be fixed by women.
Yeah.
Like this, it assumes that they're flawed and incapable and incompetent, which is misandry.
Yes, exactly. You are literally shitting on everyone right now. Thank you.
Yeah. That's why it's got so many downvotes.
I very much appreciate that, the way you've set up this dynamic here, Abigail. And it's Ben Shapiro in a wig. And I'll be honest, if you put on a wig, give me a call, we'll have a few drinks, we'll see where it goes, mate. To be honest, like, you know, I'm not gonna say no at this point.
Get enough beers in them.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see where the night takes us. You never know, right?
Let down your guard a bit, loosen up.
Exactly. We'll see where it goes. Maybe it happens, maybe it don't. We'll have fun finding out. You know.
And conservatively. Let's talk about how to do your makeup for a night at the opera, not a night at the club. Let's talk
a night at the opera, like all the young cool people do.
Yeah, who the fuck goes to the opera?
Now, to be fair, she did study opera, which is funny considering Ben Shapiro says that, oh, the reason women don't earn any money is because they study shit things, like, you know, anything else.
My sister.
Yeah, but he said, oh no, I support my sister. What?
Oh, right.
Oh, because what the world needs is people who've studied classics like fucking opera. Well, I mean,
look, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, in general, I support anyone getting any education in whatever the fuck they like.
Yeah.
But it's not essential. Yeah. We can do without opera majors.
Yeah, the thing is that to have access to the opera, you have to be a certain kind of affluence, have a certain kind of education. And let's face it, I mean, who wants to go? There's not a lot of young women who are like, I'm going to go listen to something in Italian for 4 hours, or I'm going to go listen to something in German for 4 hours. Like,
what I want to hear is a woman sort of shouting in a ridiculous deep voice for an interminable amount of time, because that gets me in the mood. I feel like, you know, or am I going to go to the club?
Look, you know? most people, what their actual choices are, is either going to see the high school, an adaptation of Grease, or the local club. So, what are you going to go see?
Exactly.
17-year-olds doing Grease Lightning, or are you going to go get your groove on?
Go Grease Lightning,
Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning.
Anyway, a shamalama lama 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 da ding a dong, as they say.
Talk about life.
Who but the bop and the bop shabop shabop.
And let's not be afraid to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel.
Fuck off. Anyway,
what the fuck did she even say?
Nothing.
Honestly.
Nothing. But should we get even more patronising with it?
Oh, please.
Should we ask Tradwife all about hooking up? Because I'm sure she's very experienced.
Yeah, because, you know, she's considering that she's been touting how she waited, I'm assuming she waited until she was married, and probably doesn't hang out with anyone who does hook up.
No.
Then let's see what her stereotype demonized version of leftist women who are comfortable with their sexuality and don't feel, you know, if they want to find someone that they're attracted to and have a fun time, but not turn it into a lifetime relationship because maybe they're physically suited, but not emotionally or whatever suited. No, that's bad. Pleasure is bad.
Kristi,
because she knows.
That's a lot of words to describe degenerate sluts.
Right.
Which is the basic gist. She doesn't say that, but that's the basic gist of what
you're a
she's
degenerate slut.
Yeah,
great.
Basically.
Jane, you degenerate slut.
Anyway, look, it's Ben Shapiro in a wig, man. Fuck.
It is.
Hello, beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video, where we're going to be talking about why you should stop hooking up.
Why don't I just assume what you do sexually?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't think people should tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And if you don't, you're not a real woman. Yeah, the ratio. 5.2018. Should we have a look at comments?
Oh, yeah, let's do that first. You go ahead, because they're kind of so small for me.
This is the type of women. This is the type of woman who would get personally offended if you decided you didn't want kids.
Yeah.
Marriage isn't everyone's end goal in life, girl. Mom, if I wish to hook up with someone, it's not for an emotional connection. True.
Yeah.
I love how she just assumes all women are straight. Lamo. Hey, are all these ladies' ads like... And again, it's always ads. No one clicks on these naturally. None of them. Body shaming, why it's okay. And she's making a face like And then 2 separate eyes and a big mouth, which is...
I love that. I'm going to steal that for Twitter now.
That's not a 10 out of 10, is it? Anyway, this argument should really be addressing both men and women. True.
Yeah. I mean, if she's going to assume everybody's straight, why isn't she shaming men?
This is quite something. As a Jew, we don't claim her. I repeat, as a Jew, we don't claim her.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
And then, hello,
Noted.
ladies. I'm about to insult you. Yeah, that's the basic gist of it. Yeah.
Honestly, the comments are better than the video.
Yeah. It's 2020. Women's purpose isn't childbearing. You're spreading a hateful message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ladies, let's stop telling other women what they can and can't do with themselves. Yeah, you get the basic idea. Absolutely dragged beyond belief again. So,
oh, this just makes me feel so much better about life.
yeah, absolutely. But watching this video probably won't. So let's do that.
Well, knowing the comments now, that's a little bit of an emotional buffer, knowing how everyone else was reacting.
I'm not on my own. I'm not on an island thinking everyone else is mad. No. It's Abigail Shapiro is full of shit.
2020, you've heard you need to be empowered. You do you. The patriarchy is holding you back.
What's that got to do? What's that third one got to do with anything?
No, nothing. Actually, the patriarchy is what she's appealing to here.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Which is...
Okay. Anyway, a Jewish wife's message about sex. Why are you bringing your identity politics into this?
I know, and it really has nothing. Unless she's going to talk about her Jewish faith.
Ladies, Jewish, and wife, all indicators of some sort of identity. Please.
Mm-hmm.
That's to quote someone. That's not an argument.
Yeah, get your identity politics out of my politics.
Exactly.
Sleep with who you want when you want. But this is a bunch of lies.
Firstly, it should be those are a bunch of lies. America, please stop.
Yes.
Please stop.
Again, she's just reading a script someone wrote for her. So.
Yes, an illiterate idiot, yes. And also, she's saying there, she's saying that what was the fourth one, the exact wording? Hang on, sorry.
Sleep with who you
want, when you want, is a lie. Well, firstly, no it isn't.
Yeah.
You are literally free to do that. And secondly,
yes.
Who the fuck are you to tell anyone that they can't do that?
Yeah.
No one has said to you, I know you want to be monogamous and you want to have one relationship your entire life. That's not fair. You must allow lots of people to fuck you. No, you're free to do you. That's literally the second one, wasn't it? You do you. Yes.
Yes. By the way, the idea women are empowered is a lie. That's interesting. You're not empowered. You're powerless.
Exactly.
All you have is your virginity, ladies.
You are beholden to the man who is the real power.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have no autonomy, you have no power, and you can't make decisions about your own body.
Checkmate,
This is conservative freedom. Yeah. Conservative freedom is slavery.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you. The patriarchy is holding you back. Sleep with who you want when you want. But this is a bunch of lies. Maybe you want to hook up with a guy because you care about him and you don't want to let him get away. Sleeping with him...
That's fine then, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to create an emotional intimacy with somebody because you like him and you don't want him to get away, which implies that you want to be in a relationship with him. Well, isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You can't use sex because that's not an important part of a physical lifelong relationship with somebody else. You don't want to know if you're sexually compatible before you say enter into what is basically a legal contract to share everything, and it's really expensive to get a judge's permission to let you out of it.
Yeah.
Like that's what marriage is. It's paying someone, it's putting you in a situation where you have to pay someone to let you break up. That's what marriage is.
Yeah. But anyway, let's continue with this absolutely hideous situation he's outlining where two consenting adults decide to have a relationship. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Is the easiest way for him to take you and your feelings for granted. Holding out will tell you whether he's willing to wait and will tell him that you're worth waiting for.
Yeah, what you should really do is needlessly create tension between the two of you by playing silly games.
Yes, because that's the way to build a foundation for a relationship.
Yeah, then you will definitely both trust each other. Yeah.
What you need to do is use your sexuality to manipulate him into wanting it so bad that he'll ask you to marry him just to get it, not because he really likes you.
Yeah, that won't blow up in 10 years' time. in either some sort of I don't know, infidelity and or divorce.
Mm-hmm.
That will definitely is the bedrock of a strong monogamous relationship.
Look, if the balls aren't blue, then the guy ain't true.
Say that in the accent.
Well, if the balls ain't blue, then the guy ain't true.
That's nice. That's, to be honest, I think I might have found a kink.
So just kind of before you, so I've been telling Kevin I've been practicing my Wisconsin accent for the D&D game, and I was doing a bunch of the accent, and he actually found it. Well, I think he found it slightly amusing.
Also, it looks like she's got a bulge.
Yeah, it looks like it's. Yeah,
I mean, fair enough.
I say,
I don't
her
know
package is bigger than his.
Yeah, I don't know that Abigail was going for that message, but that's quite a sweet relationship situation going on.
Yeah,
very modern.
Yeah.
I approve. Yeah. Abigail doesn't, but she's not the one editing it. Well, basically, she's a face and a voice. That's all she brings to the table here.
Pretty much. She's a mouthpiece. But remember, ladies, what's really important is that you manipulate him and you hold out.
Yes.
In order to put him in the position you want him in, to prove that he loves you and that he can trust you.
That's much more emotionally fulfilling than a healthy sex life.
Mm-hmm.
So, checkmate, sluts.
Or I've seen it happen before. Maybe you want to have sex with a guy you really like and can see having a future with.
Oh no, how terrible again. What an awful situation you've just painted there for us, Abigail.
I don't think she knows what hooking up is.
No.
No, you don't hook up with someone you're dating. You hook up with somebody you're not dating, and then you don't worry about calling them back. Because that's a hookup.
When you have sex with someone you're dating, that's just sex. That's not a hookup. That's just a part of a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where the video goes from here, but hooking up to me is like, you just sleep with who you want and you don't worry about being in a relationship because you just have a physical connection.
Yeah, and I wonder why the women in the comments section felt like this person was patronising them, talking down to them like they were complete shit, when she clearly has no understanding of the situation whatsoever.
No.
Intriguing.
Well, she never hooked up, so she doesn't actually understand. Well, the person who wrote the script, because they're like a 70-year-old man, doesn't understand it.
And that's the beautiful thing about this. The entire trying to sell young white men on, the gender norms are changing, and that's the end of Western civilization. Like, you can do that. That's really simple. Mm-hmm. Women are generally a lot more sensible than that, and be like, what? No, the thing you've said there is nonsense. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Women don't, because women have traditionally, in the historic sense, had it pretty rough. Whereas a lot of men, even at their relative levels, have had a certain amount of control over women, which was a way of keeping the ultimately powerless man, in a societal sense, powerful within his own life.
Right.
And so the thought of going back to that can be quite appealing to young men, whereas young women are like, fuck that noise. No.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, in terms of the opening up of the gender roles, women have pushed for far more entry into traditional men's spheres, and also wearing pants and having short hair and making that acceptable, as opposed to like being burnt at the stake for it. And so, we move more fluidly between feminine and masculine, whereas because men, the way that misandry works and patriarchy works, it's hyper masculinized. So anything that is feminine is aberration. And so, women definitely have fewer problems with the breaking down of gender barriers as a group because we've had to push through them. Whereas, conservative men try to build up the fort and keep the ladies out and keep the men controlled within a certain normativity of what masculinity is for them as control, power.
Yeah, women are communists, I agree.
Who said that in the chat? Oh, I thought that was the chat.
No, that's just me. That's just me being silly.
Okay.
Although I'm sure someone in the chat was being silly too.
Hooking up with
I can't watch her in the chat, so.
Okay.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Problems in your relationship that would lead to your eventual breakup and just prolong the inevitable. Sex will only muddy the waters and prevent you from making a clear-headed decision. Maybe you want.
See, women who have sex can't make clear decisions.
Right, because she doesn't respect our ability to be autonomous human beings.
When a man comes inside you, that has like a kind of a mind control element within the semen, which means that it gets into the spunk gets into your brain and stops the thinkiness of the lady part.
I'm okay. Now I'm going to say that if from some personal experience, if a guy can make you climax really, really hard, it does give you pause, but eventually you got to go, no, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the headache. I can find someone else and teach him what to do. Yeah. You know, so you just move on.
But Kristi, have you considered the trad wife life is awesome? I mean, she hasn't given a single argument as to why that would be, but I'm sure she will.
No, she just makes a bunch of assumptions about how weak-willed and idiotic women are.
Yeah. Which,
and,
again,
and that sex makes you apparently brainless.
Well, it does that, yeah. The cock infects your brain, gives you brain rot. Everyone knows that. Which is why you should only have one, because that's good, apparently.
At a time? Or ever?
Well, I think she means ever. But, I mean, yeah. I would argue neither. You can, again, options.
You want to have sex with someone because you're lonely, and it will fill up the time until you meet the right person. Having sex with the wrong person is...
Oh, no, again, what a terrible, bleak picture she portrays there of someone wanting human contact.
Yeah, don't want that. Deny yourself human contact because Abby said no.
What would be better is just being lonely instead. That's a much more healthy situation than two people having fun.
Yeah, hold out for a guy who's going to wait a year and a half while you play around saying, oh, no, we're not going to do this because I need you to prove to me that you love me for who I am, not because we're physically compatible as well as emotionally and like intellectually compatible or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, God.
Not just that, but it's so unbelievably privileged because sometimes if you're poor, the only thing you can do is fuck. Like it
does pass the time.
It's free and it's amazing amounts of fun. So yeah, you do that, don't you?
I mean, except for it's not entirely free because birth control can kind of get expensive, you know. But
okay,
I mean, if you can,
yes, okay, but reasonably,
it's fairly cheap. Yeah.
Plus,
just get the
if you pull out and come on a belly, that's a surefire method. The Catholic Church told me that.
No, don't. That's not a good method.
As Billy Connolly famously said, I owe my existence to the rhythm method. Apparently that's true. And he said it's understandable because at the moment of climax, wild horses wouldn't make my arse go backwards. Which is fair enough, yeah. It's difficult to be in complete physical control. Anyway. But,
I can't speak from that perspective, but I'll take you at your word.
It's generally a forward thrust, isn't it? That's the thing. Anyway, I don't want to go into it. That's what she said. Anyway.
Is the easiest way to prolong your loneliness since you'll be too distracted to find Mr. Right. Maybe you want to have sex because,
what was that picture about? Hang on.
Loneliness since you'll be too distracted.
What is that supposed to be telling us? That's just a person on their phone. You're on social media right now, classical Abby. Like, what the fuck? Oh. Maybe she's watching one of your videos thinking, this bitch is horrible. The fuck? Like,
and it's supposed to be, oh, look at this poor slut. She's involved with the guy she doesn't really like. But while she's texting him, Mr. Right is going to walk right past her and she's not going to go throw herself at him.
Yeah.
I guess.
Presumably, yeah. While you're too busy on your phone communicating with loved ones and friends. No. Yeah. No, that's now Mr. Rock, who's the only person you should care about because he's the man to which you want to be labelled as property.
Yes. Can I clean your house? Can I make your dinners?
Exactly, you should. Ladies, it's a surefire method. If you see a guy in the club you like, go over and say, I would love to do your ironing. It's not weird. It's not weird or creepy at all. You should definitely do that.
All right.
Anyway, more pickup tips with Kev later.
Distracted to find Mr. Right. Maybe you want to have sex because, hey, it's fun. You know it's not fun? STD.
How's everyone in the chat getting on? It says reconnection successful. Did we drop out at any point?
What is this? Slutty Spinster sounds like an awesome punk band name. That's good.
That would be amazing.
They seem fine. You guys seem okay. I don't know what happened. OBS had a problem, but
okay.
They're still chatting.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the slutty spinsters.
Now let's get the record straight. I'm not saying sex is bad. In fact, sex is wonderful. But sex with the wrong person is not. Sex by itself is nothing.
Okay, but how do you know that sex with the right person is sex with the right person unless you have sex with them before you marry them?
Kevin, stop making sense.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you don't buy the car before you test drive.
Well, that's what she wants you to do. She wants you to just look...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Honestly, the engine under the bonnet's fine. Just buy it.
Mm-hmm. The brakes work, I'm sure. Definitely the brakes work. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah. You can trust me.
Does this video at all seem like this is just her trying to justify the sham that she's living?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
She wants to basically, well, to use another MGTOW line, she wants to ride the cock carousel. And but she can't now because she's married, and so she has to justify sex with old fucking tiny cock every second Thursday.
Yes. By the way, the chat caught up to the problems, but stay tuned, people. It'll be fine. Okay.
No, don't stay tuned. Turn off now. Leave. For a second. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. The OBS just fucked up. Very
dropped off for a second. Fine. Yeah.
Anyway.
You should be back now.
We should be back anyway. So let's. Abigail Shapiro.
Keep going.
It's regret when the act is done, and sadness knowing nothing else will come of it. Love, marriage, a family.
But with the hookup, that's sort of all you're after. You just want to fuck, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that? Again, I don't want, like, people want to wait and have one person and try to make that work. That's great, do that. But why are you shaming everybody else and telling them they're wrong?
Well, yeah, exactly. Seriously. That's the thing, yeah. Having sex with someone you might want to have a long-term relationship with isn't really even a hookup at that point. Like, a hookup is pretty casual.
Yeah, she doesn't know what hookup means. No. Also, not everybody wants kids.
Yeah. Well, really? Abigail says she does want kids, but she hasn't had kids. So
get working on that. Stop making videos. Start making babies.
Exactly. Why are you sat down when you could be on your back? What's going on there?
Come on, get working on that. You waited all this time for sex. How do you have time to be on YouTube?
Exactly. I'm surprised he's not backed up to the point where you're covered in the stuff. Jesus. Anyway.
A future all fit in with sex and make sex so much more than a physical act. You know how you crave ice cream, but if you ate ice cream all the time, your healthy lifestyle would go out the window? It's the same with...
Yeah, it's exactly the same with sex. Ice cream is just like sex. It's exactly the same. Because I have a deep, intimate connection with a fucking ice cream.
And you know what, like, there's nothing magical that happens with your sex life once you get married. It's the same thing that happens all the time. It's not special or magical because you're married. There's no extra, like, bonus sex pleasure just because you went through a ceremony.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Whereas what
and then there are times that, like, you know,
yeah, go on.
Well, and you might never, because you haven't taken it for a test drive, it might be really lousy sex.
Yeah.
So you might feel close but be completely unfulfilled.
Yeah. Exactly, but in that case, you'll get your money's worth out of your dildo collection. So,
I'm sure that's a distraction from marriage as well, Kevin.
Oh, the fucking vibrating Jew. Yeah, I know.
The purring one.
No, because it's a vibrator, so it's the vibe.
Oh, I see what you got moved over there. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? To continue the ice cream analogy, sometimes some people might prefer a certain type of ice cream, but then maybe want a different type of ice cream, and then maybe another day they'll have a different type of ice cream. There's a whole selection of flavors of ice cream in the world, Abigail.
You might marry someone and then realize that actually they don't like chocolate ice cream, and your favorite ice cream is chocolate ice cream.
What did you have to make it racial? What are you gonna
do? Because you don't like chocolate ice cream.
Are you saying I'm racist?
No, I'm saying you don't like chocolate ice creom. Because you told me, and I couldn't believe it because don't understand how someone.
Literally, I don't like chocolate ice cream.
No, you don't. Which I don't understand at all. Because if I have a choice, I will always get chocolate ice cream.
Because you're a degenerate, yes.
No, it's because it's the best ice cream.
It's not. It's so not.
It is absolutely the best.
It's ridiculous. Because the thing that confuses me about it is that chocolate's amazing and ice cream is amazing. You combine the two, it tastes like dog shit.
And they're perfect. It is perfect.
Neapolitan ice cream is ruined by chocolate.
No, Neapolitan is ruined by strawberry and vanilla.
Get the fuck out now.
See, we could never be married.
We couldn't. And that's
well,
the
no,
point.
Actually, we would get Neapolitan, and I would only have the chocolate, and you would eat the strawberry.
But you'd have to take
a
little bit of the strawberry each time, because if you leave any scrapings of that dog shit on my chocolate, on my nice ice cream, then frankly, that's grounds for divorce. Right there. And the dalliances with Piers Morgan stay as well, okay?
Yeah, it's open. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I didn't say it was open. I said me and Neil. Who the fuck's Neil? Me and Piers.
Neil? Piers? How many men do you have on the side?
Neil's the safe word. It's the safe word.
Did you get... All right, I'm not going to make a Colin Kaepernick joke. Okay.
I kind of want to know where you were going to go with that joke. Jesus.
I'm just going to put the teaser out there.
Yeah, well, thank you. You see, Abigail, we're not even listening to you. We don't even care.
Sex. That healthy lifestyle you want disappears when you have sex with anyone and everyone, wherever and whenever.
Well, no, for a lot of people that would be true.
Who has sex with anyone and everywhere? Like, who are these people?
It's very rare that people have that much kind of crazy sex all the time. But there's plenty of, I mean, this is the thing. Who the fuck are you to tell anyone this?
Yeah.
Look, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take her at face value, not at Ben Shapiro face value. I mean, her face value, right? She has sex with one person ever. He's only had sex with one person ever. They're completely sexually compatible. It's awesome. You know what? Good for those two people. Mm-hmm. That's brilliant, fantastic. But that's like winning the lottery. What are the odds you're going to bump into someone, think, oh, I really like this person, and then find out later, after doing the fucking legal marriage thing, that you're sexually compatible?
You know, what she's not doing here is giving a case for waiting for marriage.
Yeah.
She's just trashing everything that isn't waiting until marriage and trying to shame women.
Yeah. Which is, like I said, I knew you'd enjoy being patronised.
Yes. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I always like to... I aim to please.
You aim to. You don't always.
No, but I mean, I think it's the effort that counts. You know?
It's the aspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it counts for something.
And perspiration and aspiration leads to success. So,
yeah, and then you just reach over, you open up the drawer, you get out the lime green dildo.
Then by the time you switched it, I'm asleep. Yeah. I'm gone.
The reason that women who wait until marriage to have sex are happier on average than...
Again, she's taken tips from her brother here. Just put up a picture of a headline. That's all you need. That's all you need.
The other thing, too, is women who have been conditioned from birth to be told that they're going to be happy when they're married. Maybe they're just, whereas people who've had more sexual partners and more, like, the whole thing is people who've had fewer sex partners seem to be more satisfied after they tie the knot. That's probably because they've had less experience.
Yeah.
And they're going to settle. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that important to me. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you've only fucked one person, you've got nothing to compare it to. So it could be amazing, or it could just be fucking bang average. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm. There's also a thing that, so that they show that people who, for instance, have more sexual partners are more likely to get divorced, but that's also because they have less of an attachment to the institution of marriage. Yeah. So they don't feel like they have to stay married if they're not happy. Whereas people, again, who believe that God told them and this is their mission in life, they're more likely to stay in a marriage, or maybe they don't have the financial means to like figure out how they would live their lives on their own, being independent. So there are sociological things. It's not just about sex that that leads to a happier marriage.
Also, two things here. No wonder she only flashes it on the screen very briefly, because by the time you've read that, you've not read the two of the three suggested stories. Why happy people cheat, which rather puts a hole in your story there. And dear therapist, my husband doesn't want to have sex anymore.
Now what are you gonna do? Huh? Now what are you gonna do? You waited all this time for this perfect person, and now he doesn't want to have sex.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck.
Oh,
you can't get divorced.
It's almost as if a one-size-fits-all policy doesn't fucking work when you have a billion types of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Whatever the Bible tells you, it doesn't work like that for everyone.
Well, the Torah, please.
Well, I mean, the Hebrew scriptures, Yeah, I mean, I was thinking
Well,
about the Bible. I always think about the.
Yeah, it's just the first bit of the Bible. Yeah, no.
Yes.
The bit with that other bloke, the fucking beardy guy. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, the really angry one.
That new stuff, rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A good guy will wait for you, no matter what. A bad guy won't. When you wait, you respect yourself and your body enough to share it with someone on a healthy timeline. You're just waiting to have that ice cream until the moment is right. So listen up, ladies. Let's be classic. Stop hooking up. It might be harder now, but it will be better in the long run. Thank you so much for watching today's video.
Oh yeah, when she says let's go on, sorry.
She can't promise that. She can't promise it's going to be better in the long run. She just can't.
No. If that were true, why are 50% of marriages ending in divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it happens. It's a thing. And not just that, but when she says classic, she means trad wife. But her version of trad wife, which is like, oh, I also want to have a career. And I say I want to have kids, but I'm nearly 30. I think she's about 30 or something, and I don't have kids. No, that doesn't mean she can't have kids. No. I'm just saying, trad wives have usually had kids by now. She's been married a few years.
Yeah, I mean, it would help if you practice what you preach, you know? Exactly. And that means getting off YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop being a mouthpiece for old white guys who can't say this because nobody would watch them.
Why?
Or they try in church or in temple.
Why are you filming when you could be fucking? So
it's just a classic. I mean, it's basically the same thing you're going to hear at any religious fundamentalist perspective.
Yeah.
Well, most religions actually.
Absolute bollocks. Yeah, absolutely.
Except the Satanists.
Yeah, the Satanists are
like
pretty
do what
cool,
you want.
Actually. Yeah.
Fuck what you want, who you want. Well, consent. As long as you got consent.
Well, yeah, but it could be an inanimate object. Yeah, fuck a bollard.
Yes,
it's fine.
put a yarn on it. Put a knit thing on it.
Exactly.
Yarn bombs.
Fuck a bridge. Anyway. So anyway, that's what I brought to the table.
That was hilarious. Love that.
Yeah.
That really entertained me greatly. Thank you very much, Kevin. That's just easy. I mean, there's just so much about that that's entertaining.
Yes. Indeed.
All right. Shall we go to my bookmarks then?
Yes.
All right, I am setting up my page here, so if you want to...
Well, I've transitioned already to our pictures, so whenever you're ready, I can switch over to that.
All right, you see that now? That here? You see that here? Hey?
Oh, hang on. I need to... Oh, no, that's not right. Apologies. Apologies, everybody.
What was going on?
Hang on. Stop now. Anyway, remove that. Boom! The screen's gone black! Oh no! I then need to do a screen capture, don't I?
Oh, you gotta do on the fly?
Sorry, yeah. I set up the wrong thing on the wrong thing, if that makes sense. Boom shakalaka! There we go. Oh, hang on, it's too big. That's what she said.
I'll let you set it all up. You tell me when you're ready.
For some reason, when you put a new fucking screen in, it's too big for the thing. I don't know why. Anyway.
I think it was Madeline is in the chat saying saw some lady have sex with Stonehenge once. Didn't we have a story about a guy who was having sex with a pile of leaves outside of the window of a Wetherspoon?
Yes, he did, and he got put in prison for exposing himself to children because there were kids in the restaurant looking at this man with his cock out fucking a pile of leaves. So
well, hopefully they just saw the humping.
Don't do that.
No. You can do that in your house, but don't do it in front of a restaurant.
Take the leaves from outside. You don't mean, if anything, you're actually doing a public service. Removing a pile of wet leaves from the public thoroughfare. Take it into your own house and do as you wish with them. That's fine.
By the way, Blue Jay in the Road saying some people are asexual and okay with not having sex. Yeah, but you see, in her world, only straight people exist.
I did mention...
and they're all horny as fuck.
Yeah, I did mention asexuals earlier and how that's absolutely fine. Yeah. They're perfectly valid.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Like, is it like you don't hurt anyone else and you're getting consent for whatever joint projects you endeavor on.
Unless they're into that.
Into what?
You say unless you're hurting someone. Maybe they're into that.
Well, I mean, without consent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah. It's always about consent.
Don't just take the nipple clamps out and start doing stuff. Talk about it beforehand, you know?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so, mine, I just saw this, I don't know, somebody in our Facebook group posted this.
Yeah, this is weird. His daughter is an arsehole, I think there's no doubt about that. She got him onto the beef diet, which worked out splendidly for him. She moved him to a weird Russian hospital.
Yes.
Where
he was in a coma for a while, right?
He was in a medically induced coma for like 2 months or something ridiculous. He's now in a Serbian hospital, because apparently go to every shady Eastern European country for your medical fucking care. That's good. Like, it's not like they're from a first world country with access to incredible health care.
Canada's fine.
Yeah. So he's in Serbia, where she was pictured partying in a nightclub during the COVID outbreak. Now, both he and she have COVID. Now, those disparate facts might not necessarily be connected, but it's not like a massive stretch to suggest they might be.
You know, Jordan Peterson should have just stayed a professor. Former U of T professor. Did he retire?
He must have done, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he thought he could just roll in the money with the book, shitty book writing forever.
I can't believe this fucking absolute fuck up of a human being was doing self-help books.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, drug addiction's bad. It's a disease. I'm not attacking him for that. But if you're a drug addict, maybe don't be a hypocritical piece of dog shit and tell other people how to get their lives in order.
Yeah, especially the way that he was doing it sanctimoniously. I mean, it's kind of one thing to go like, hey, this is what helped me. Yeah. And this is how I found, empowerment, or how I fixed my life, as opposed to saying the postmodernists are the problem. Yeah. The feminists are the problem. Feminists are basically, they love Islam and terrorism.
Yeah, he was literally saying women are degenerate sluts for wearing makeup and high heels.
Yes.
Whilst presumably between shots, popping fucking pills in his gob. Like, behave yourself, lad. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, lead by example.
Yeah, exactly. So get your own house in order. Those who live in glass houses probably shouldn't wank in the front room. Just saying. Jesus.
Or in a Weatherspoons.
Or in a Weatherspoons. Or anywhere, frankly. I mean, also, who's living in glass houses? Silly.
Yeah.
Bricks are fine.
I mean, maybe they're exhibitionists. I've got an exhibitionist story later on. We'll get to that.
But in order for it to work, all of your furniture would have to be glass as well. Otherwise, it's just defeating the object, because when you're in the back room, no one can see through your furniture.
Well, I mean, depends. I mean, your kitchen, obviously, your kitchen cabinets couldn't be glass. That's just dangerous. And I don't think it's very comfortable to sit on. I mean, you'd have to put even throws. I think it's the inside the house, it's your glass house, it's the construction, it's the structure that's glass, not everything inside it. We're talking about this like it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
All right, let's move on. So one guy at a church service, led to, I think it was 90 some cases of coronavirus. 91. So one guy attending church led to the infection of 91 other people. There's a graphic we can look at.
Did he know he had COVID?
Well, I don't know. I haven't read the article.
Okay, because if he did, then I'm sorry, you deserve to be charged with reckless endangerment of life.
Yep. So just to show you how contagious this virus is, right?
Because like if the death toll is like 10%, something like that.
Yep. Or 4%.
Yeah, exactly. Even? But we're talking multiple people out of this
3 people, 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've killed those people, in essence. If you knew. If you didn't know, that's a slightly different matter, but yeah.
So he went to church. He attended a church service in Ohio. I always get those mixed up because of the vowels. After that, so he went to church, and he infected 35 people, a 16-year-old, a 47-year-old, a 6-year-old girl, a 16-year-old boy. Then all these other people went and they infected at least 1 or 2 other people. And then those people went off and infected other people. And that's the R of when you get an R above 1.
Yeah.
He's got an R of 35.
Yeah, that one person has an R 35. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's so contagious.
Yeah.
It just spreads. And the way you stop, the best way you can do it is just wear a fucking mask. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not expensive. It doesn't require a prescription. It doesn't even it's not even painful. You just put on a fucking mask. And you can save lives. It's the people who said all lives matter won't wear a fucking mask.
Yep.
So just an example. Right. Oh yeah. So there's a lot of pressure.
Mitch
He actually
better
showed me
have
about
my
people.
money.
Yep. Yep. They're outside his house chanting that. Now this isn't the song, but
Yeah.
Mitch better have my money. Yeah. I mean, people aren't not working because they are lazy and they don't want to work. They've been fired from their jobs. The businesses have closed.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of them aren't coming back, yeah.
Yes, and they're staying at home because they're trying to stop the spread of the virus. So why are we demonizing the workers while we're shoveling money at the employers? Well, because they're Republicans.
Yeah.
And they're fucks. Oh yes, here's a real a guy who's a real freedom fighter. He went into, I don't know, a local Target or whatever, and gets upset about the fact that there are arrows on the ground that instruct people to go in one direction so that they don't cross paths and have COVID contact. And he's going to go into private property and start ripping it apart because he respects property and he wants people to be free.
Yeah, that's a bit
dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah,
what a freedom warrior.
Yeah,
freedom warrior.
Police need to be involved there, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to put a knee on his neck?
No, but he's white. So. Don't be silly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's got his white shield on him. He's got his protection. Oh, here, you asked me to...
Yes, that's, if you would just expand that for a second, just to give you the full scope. I like this. It's a picture of Charlie Kirk looking a bit dishevelled, frankly. He's gone for a kind of slightly hipster homeless man look thing going on. But as you can see, the person, I think, has photoshopped this to make his face look considerably larger than it actually is. Which is
larger than it is?
Much larger than it actually is, which is an act of kindness on that person's part, and I think that's a really humane approach to take.
Yeah, the skeptical terrier, the Pope of atheism, did that.
Yeah, well done. You've done Charlie a solid there. Nice.
Yes. Okay, so apparently a boar stole a man's bag while he was at Teufelsee, and here are the photos of the exciting chase. He was naked because, well, Germans. So here's a picture.
Fuck off.
I'm just enjoying Kev's laughter here.
It's a fat naked man chasing a pig. It's
with
like,
a bag in its mouth.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've had like fucking... When I gave up smoking, I had some crazy dreams, and they were not dissimilar. Like it's like a fever dream situation. Is it got a box stuck on its fucking leg as well?
I don't know what that is. Yeah. I would have to zoom in, but Twitter,
and it's got
Twitter sucks.
Pigs as well. Oh my god, it's got everything.
She's making a break for it.
It's going, and not just that, but why are only some of these people naked? Look at the group on the right there laughing.
Yeah,
there's two naked dudes, and then there's two other people who are like
no
fully
pressure.
Clothed.
You don't have to be naked here, you know, like you have to be naked in the naked area of the saunas because those are the rules. But if you're just outside in a nudist area,
I don't know. I feel like well, there's no one partially dressed, is there? They're either completely bollock naked or like just dressed.
Yeah, the mama boar was like, "Follow me, kids! We're grabbing that bag," and this guy was like, "No, that's my bag." There's more pics, by the way. There's.
Oh, whoa there! No one needed that angle. Oh, and there we go, partially naked guy. Fucking hell! Look, he's got back. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's got a booty on him.
He's packing some junk in that trunk. Nice. Me and Piers are meeting up next Wednesday. Give us a call. Helmet.
Yeah, I know you're thinking about that now.
Look at that angle. That's the one. That's the winner.
You want me to save this for you for the show? You're gonna put your face on there and put my face on the board.
God,
or with the baby boys.
Baby boys.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's a troll farm on Facebook that was posing as African American supporters for Trump, but actually they were based out of Romania.
I am shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very shocked, yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I want to say he looks like two men welded together. This is why I ended up like feeling better about my body by going and hanging out at a sauna, because in the media, all you see are people who've been curated, you know, and chosen and screen tested and selected to be beautiful. And when you actually go to places where real people are naked, you're like, oh, there are all kinds of bodies. And mine's not so bad.
It's like the image you have in your head of how other people look, but in like a hall of mirrors. Just all kinds of weird bumps and shapes and stuff. You think, well, actually, I'm hideous, but I blend in perfectly here. This is fine.
Yeah, I'm on the spectrum. It's fine. Oh yeah, Cat in the Hallway. We might have seen this one before, but it was still so amazing. I thought we should watch it again.
Look at the markings. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I was like, what? I'm just chilling. Just leave me alone, man.
Leave me the fuck alone. Like it lifts its head for 1 second. It's just like, fuck this.
Yeah. I'm doing my yoga, man.
Do you think this is a fucking hallway you can just walk through? Get out.
I lie here. Love it. Absolutely love it. I don't care if it's a repeat. We needed that again in our lives. Devin Nunes, another judge, tells him that he can't sue Twitter over fake cows tweets.
Oh, for fuck's, he's still going. Oh, yes. Devin, give it a fucking rest, mate. Jesus.
Yeah,
Look, has he not got important shit to do? He's a fucking congressman or senator, or whatever the fuck he is.
He's a he's in the Congress.
Yeah, like just like you haven't got anything better to be doing. Aren't there like bills you could be reading, or I don't know, fucking constituents to actually be serving in some way? No, you're just going to sue a person on Twitter. God almighty! No, America's so fucked that's anyway.
Yep. Hey Trump, hey Barr, call out the paramilitary units. There are people putting stickers on a courthouse in Texas. Go protect the courthouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's, I mean.
But
it's okay when racists are doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when fascist white people, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another one that's quite good. Sorry, we gotta write another nature thing, and it can't be too loud because there's a lot of loud noises in this one. So yeah, as Chris Evans says, they were not finna let him fuck up that Mercedes. So there's a bear coming at the car. That's all. That's the setup. That's all you need to know. Listen what the humans do and how the bear. Actually, let's make this bigger. Oh no! Pause.
Mercedes.
All right, sorry, I fucked it up. Let me make it bigger because it is that funny.
Okay.
All right.
So the setup is the bear.
Yep, and the car.
The bear in the car. Okay. Like an Aesop's fable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck up the Mercedes. Oh shit.
Oh. He's just like in a horror movie. He just wanted a picnic basket. Leave him alone.
Know, but I just love the idea. He's like, oh, I really want to get in that car, but then the alarm goes off.
Yeah, exactly.
The monkeys are screaming.
The fuck?
Yeah, you can watch him again, how confused he is.
Yeah.
And then he's so torn. Do I go for the car or do I run away? What is this noise?
Mercedes.
Also, do you know how he's like, hey, don't go for the Mercedes. I bet this guy's from the Midwest.
Don't fuck up the Mercedes.
And he opens the door.
Why haven't they locked the car?
It's the middle of fucking nowhere. Why would you lock your car?
Because a fucking bear tries to steal your picnic baskets.
Well, yeah, apparently.
I've seen those documentaries.
No, it was so, I moved to Madison and then I came back and I was visiting my family. Still, this is the case. And I will be visiting them and they'll have their car, like in the driveway. And I'll need something, like something I left in the car. Can I have the keys to your car? I'm like, why would you need the keys? I'm like, to unlock it? And they're like, we don't lock our car. I'm like, why? You don't lock your car? It could get stolen. They're like, it's not going to get stolen. Who's going to steal our car way out here in the middle of nowhere?
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, what difference does it make? Just lock the car.
I went to visit one time and I locked my car and then after I parked it in the garage and they couldn't believe, like, Kristi, why would you lock your car after you put it in the garage?
Well, because why not? It's the security measure they put on cars.
I know. I know. It's city cut mouse versus country mouse. I tell you.
Well, maybe.
I tell you.
But country mice need to be exterminated. No, I'm only joking.
Hey, I knew people growing up that wouldn't lock their house when they left to go shopping or stuff. They just leave their front door open in case somebody comes by. Needed something. Yeah, or came to visit.
What? So you're actively encouraging people to walk in and take your things? Okay.
Well, yeah, like if if Ruthie up the road needs to go get something out of the junk drawer.
Well, she can fucking wait, dickhead.
Oh yes, fierce kitty.
Oh.
Or not.
No.
It's like, no, wait, I looked stupid there. Let me try again.
I was going to do a jump.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Still.
Mama cat does not give a fuck.
No. She just gives that mom look, like, don't even think about it.
Yeah, try
don't
it.
You even
fucking, see what happens. Yeah.
Pack it in. Kitten tart. Thank you. So yeah, you get orange fruit, blueberries, strawberry, a bit of kiwi in there.
Oh, another one.
Tart. Yes. So very, very sweet. So a thinking cat, they love bomb us. Also, if I haven't seen, oh man, I watched that Jangles Milo debate. What a shit show.
Did you? I've not seen that. No.
It was Milo thrashed him, and it was so. I hate saying that because I fucking hate Milo, but it was a series of tactical errors on Jangles' part. And the thing is, people were advertising it like he did really well. I don't think those people understand how debate works. Or debates work, because the point of a debate is you're supposed to address the statement and do an affirmative or a negative. And I sat through Jangles' entire opening and I was like, so it was white fragility is real. There are important concepts there to set up, like the concept of white fragility, distinguishing it maybe from other things. What does it mean to be real? How can we say something like epistemologically could have been really interesting. Instead, it was terrible. He went off and talked about global slavery, which apparently later on he had to explain his opening statement. And the whole idea was that it was supposed to be an analogy. But the thing is, you don't do an analogy until after you define your terms. So Jangles started with basically like talking about, basically saying, Robin DiAngelo's shit and I don't like her and I don't agree with her anyway. So he ceded that ground to Milo. But he didn't cede the ground in order to be able to take a higher position on, even though the concept of white fragility as defined by Robin DiAngelo is unworkable or I don't like it, there are some things in this concept that we can rescue, or there are things in here that are empirically verified. And no, nothing. I couldn't even summarize what Jangles' position was at the end of their opening debate. And then Milo immediately went in saying, well, you haven't even defended the premise of the debate. And
what was the question anyway, or the statement?
White fragility is real, yes or no?
Oh.
Right? And
well, okay,
then,
but I mean that's
Milo, because
Robin DiAngelo didn't invent that concept.
Well, no, but that was what Milo was going to set up for, and that's also what people, yes. And he could have anticipated all of these kinds of, Milo just started rolling out the things like what white fragility is it's white on white crime, and all kinds of stuff that Jangles could have prevented by sort of like saying, well, we're not going to deal with Robin DiAngelo, but we are going to deal with these things over here, and then just dismiss anything he didn't like. But he didn't set himself up or themselves up, I don't know what their pronouns are, tactically in any way. And then, like when I did my debate over on Modern Debate, whatever it is, we had times, like it was 10 minutes for you, 10 minutes for you. And it doesn't seem like that was very well organized with time. So Milo, of course, does like the Sargon thing where he just fucking talks. He'll just keep going. And by the end of Milo's opening statement, Jangles was actually like doing the wrap-up sign and looking bored and rolling his eyes. I'm like, this is just fucking poor form.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not like what your opponent is saying, just sit and make notes. Jangles did not make any notes during the course of it. And then, like when they actually got into the discussion part, instead of actually making an argument, Jangles started asking Milo questions. Just
God's sake.
And after 45 minutes, I think I made 49 minutes 55, I had to top out. It was such a shit show. Because then whenever Jangles was rude, Milo just dragged him for being rude, which he had actually had a right to do because Jangles wasn't acting politely. It was
true, but that's interesting that Milo's going to play like civility politics now.
Well, yeah, he does the sort of Sargon thing. Goes, well, you're going to let me talk now? If you're going, and putting him in his place. Also, every time they didn't have time to back and forth. So when Milo would just run his mouth, Jangles would try to interrupt. And then, of course, Milo would have a fit. And that, again, let him talk for longer. So, Milo wasn't making great arguments. In fact, he was saying a lot of racist things, sliding a lot of racist things in there Jangles didn't even pick up on. But because Jangles was being rude, he didn't have a clear argument, and he interrupted him, Milo played his games and was able to say a lot of racist things and get away with it. Yeah. 4930, Kristi, yes. Oh, my God, I couldn't do it anymore. It was a fucking shit show. So, I mean, I think people want to be nice to Jangles, saying they did well, or maybe it was just the Vosh echo chamber that went in there, and they didn't need to be convinced of the argument. But anyone from the outside looking in would have thought that Milo had some good points, and that's tragic. That's fucking tragic.
Yeah, that's a shame. Jangles, I mean, I don't know the person very well, but from what I've seen of them, they seem okay. So that's a shame that they performed badly. Yeah, but they're not a good debater. Yeah.
Yeah. They also didn't know Milo's positions. Yeah. They did no research on what he'd said in the past to come prepared to talk about those things.
Which, to be fair, Milo's been very active in putting his views out there. It's not as if there isn't material you can look up. Yeah. He doesn't hide it under a bushel.
I mean, I didn't feel like Jangles prepared at all.
Well, that's a shame. But I mean, really don't. Either get better at that or don't do it anymore.
Jangles. Yeah, take it seriously or let someone else do it. Yeah. Honestly, if you're not going to bring your A game, I hope to God that wasn't his A game. But honestly, yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, to quote Trump.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we saw the picture from the Georgia schools of the kids crowded in the hallways?
Yes.
The student who took the picture was suspended for taking the picture. Because cancel culture.
Yeah, exactly. Where are I presume J.K. Rowling's got a letter written and ready to go any second in defense of this kid's right to tell the truth. Or not. Because maybe the people who say, I'll defend with my life your right to say it, won't even literally defend with their words your actual right to say it.
Honestly, if that student ends up going into journalism and they put on their resume that they were suspended from school for helping expose the unsafe conditions, I'd be like, oh, I want to hire you.
Yeah. Well, actually, interestingly, Michael Moore, the documentary maker chap, he started off in politics when he was at school. He got himself elected to the school board when he was still a student. Yeah, and managed to get loads of school clothing policies changed and stuff. So he cut his teeth early in terms of political activism. He's become a bit weird recently, but he's whatever. He's like a really detached old white guy now. Like that's it happens.
Yes, but yes, yeah.
His films are still interesting of some worth, albeit very produced, but still.
Apparently, Laurie said men are trash. I don't know if you want to. I don't want to watch this, but I guess it's only a few seconds.
Oh yeah, Tammy Lawrence. Yeah, what's she up to? No, I tweeted this out. Yeah, with Miss Andra. Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay.
She literally says like most men are trash or something, and I'm like, whoa, feminazi alert.
Yeah. Sean is saying in the chat they've been reinstated. Well, yeah. I mean, they should never have been suspended in the first place.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's taking a picture of a thing that's happening. Look, if it's fine to happen, it's fine to take a picture of.
Yeah. Devin Nunes loses again, this time against Esquire magazine.
Are we not watching?
Oh, you don't want to watch her? Yeah, we can watch her for a minute. That's fine.
I want to hear
it.
Look, just imagine this. This is a Fox News presenter saying this. Or a Fox News contributor, whatever.
Contributor, yes. Yeah.
I mean, these women range in every body type and everything. They're all successful, they're all intelligent, they're all good people. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us. It might be you. It might be men. It might be men. Now, I've often talked about the pussification of America and how men are no longer men. I talk to my mom about this a lot, and she says, well, maybe it's just the guys in Texas. Maybe it's just the guys in Los Angeles. Maybe it's just the guys... just the guy.
Or maybe you're
it is
cancer.
not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and it's
yes.
Maybe you're just cancer.
Or maybe you've been fed a lie about what men are supposed to be.
Yeah, and that men were never actually that to begin with.
Yeah, it's like the line from Ani DeFranco. I just want you to live up to the image of you I create.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to a talk saying men are trash, because that's funny.
Okay. Is this about the women at Fox being harassed or something?
No, she's saying that people she knows in life, like presumably lots of them are journalists, because technically she's involved in. I mean, technically it's called journalism, but let's, I'm being generous there.
Okay.
So presumably these are like career professional women. They're having troubles finding good conservative men, and Tommy's having a problem finding good conservative men. So yeah, so she's gone off on a rant about not being able to find the good dick.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
they're not any better in the Midwest. They, quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country in the age range of about 20 to I think about 55, maybe even 60.
65-year-old men.
So that's basically all men then?
Yeah, except her dad.
Yeah. Which again, I don't think that's not an option for you, Tommy. I know inbreeding isn't such a big problem on the right, but come on now.
No, it's just, these women who live and are been indoctrinated, right? They've been told, wait for marriage. Yeah. Your main thing is to be a mom. Everything is going to be perfect once you just find the guy that you submit to. And then they go out there and realize, actually, men are flawed human beings too.
But
you can't find Prince Charming.
Think of all the Proud Boy cock you could have been getting, Tommy. I mean, you'd have had maybe 10 of them and lasted a combined 25 minutes. So,
yeah, it's like when you grow up, yeah. And the thing is, back in the day, women didn't have an independent income. No. They didn't have an opportunity to wait, or there was a pregnancy early on, and then you just got married, or your dad just arranged it, or whatever, and you lived with what you had. Yeah. But now, when you actually have an opportunity to sift through and find someone, it takes a bit more work.
Yeah. Not just that, but if you're all professional women, why are you expecting to find someone who wants a trad wife to find you attractive? Because you're not a trad wife. You're a career woman, and all power to you, albeit that your career is garbage and you're a disgrace.
Exploited.
But
but
you're a professional career woman, so don't expect trad husband to be that into you. Just saying.
Yeah, you've taken yourself out of the market of the people that you think is the perfect relationship. I guess you made yourself undateable.
Because they do want it both ways, and that's not how life works. You either have your cake or you fucking eat your cake. You cannot have both. So,
another lawsuit filed by Devin Nunes. A Trump-appointed judge tosses a libel case against Ryan Lizza over an Esquire magazine story about his Iowa relatives.
Oh, for fun! Is there anyone in America Devin Nunes isn't suing for some obviously frivolous bullshit reason? How much money does this man have to piss up the wall on fucking legal costs?
Good
for
question.
Cases he can't win.
Good question.
God almighty.
All right. Hey, I thought this was really great. Governor signs an order. I mean, it's just an executive order, but it calls racism a public health crisis. So thank you.
Yeah, good.
Governor Whitman, I think it is. Mm-hmm. All right. Emotional change here. Red panda playing in the snow.
It's not even red.
Well, that's the name of the breed or the species or whatever. But he's having such a good time. Look at how much fun.
A creamy brown and then a dark brown. Panda.
Okay, a mauve. No, we're like a coffee-colored panda. How about that?
Yeah, coffee panda. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is just about the unemployment bonuses.
Like goldfish. They're not gold.
We didn't. Did you see this at all?
Yes, Jake Paul. Yeah. Had his guns taken from his house. Well, because he was involved in. He filmed himself because he's such a clever, big-brained individual. Filmed himself involved in rioting and looting. Although apparently he didn't. He claims he didn't steal anything. But you still went into the store that had been broken into and were like filming it. That's illegal.
Yep.
Jake, you fucking idiot.
Apparently, they found one of the guns just leaned up against the pool.
Yeah, there's a camera. Like I don't know if it's from a drone or from a helicopter, but it's like the angle suggests it's very much in the air. He's just got and it looks like some big fuck off high powered sniper rifle just laying against the side of his pool.
Yep. That's so irresponsible.
The well-regulated militia absolutely
yeah.
kicking it in the balls right now.
Yep, your well-regulated militia.
What a
right
twat.
there.
And again, Jake Paul is the perfect example of if capitalism was rewarded the actually talented, he would not be living in a mansion with guns next to pools and stuff. Anyway.
Popular does not equal meritorious.
Indeed.
Yeah, so there's this thing is
delish.
This November, please vote for the man who called my wife ugly.
And said my dad might have killed JFK.
It was his hot tub, not his pool. Thank you, Tony.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay. An outside body of water artificial body of water, where he puts his fucking body into it. Yeah. Dickhead.
Oh yeah, this was amazing, and we are going to watch all of this because it is worth our time, and it is worth your
with
time.
A beard like that, I'll accept it.
Oh, fuck's sake! All right, can I get the? For some reason, it won't go full screen for me. I guess I got to do it this way, or maybe I can't.
Over by my neighborhood.
There we go. All right. So here we go. Ready for a happy story?
I am now. Yeah.
A happy story.
I wasn't 10 minutes ago when you started this, but yeah, I am now. Yeah.
All right.
Bruh, let me tell y'all what just happened to me. I just got pulled over by my neighborhood for not having plates on my car. You know, well, I do got plates, but they paper plates, you know, because I just got a new car. So the cops pulled me over and they like, why you don't got plates on your car? So I tell them the story that I just got a new car, and they like, okay, cool. We're going to check and make sure it's your car. If it is, you're free to go. And, you know, as a black man, you used to that. You always guilty until proven innocent. So I'm like, all right, go ahead and check so I can watch you look dumb as a motherfucker. So, you know, I'm just sitting in my car waiting. And as I'm waiting, I look to the left, and I see this car parked. And there's a white woman in the car. And this white woman has her phone out, recording me and the cops. And I'm like, what the hell is this lady doing? But then I look at her face, and she just looking all just scared. She like this, like she just almost in distress. And then it hit me. I'm like, this lady is recording me because she's scared something's gonna happen to me, and she out here being an ally. I'm like, this is some crazy shit, you know, because I never seen this ever happen to me, you know? And so I'm just sitting here waiting on the cop, watching this lady record me. So the cop don't come back for 15 minutes, but this lady do not put her phone down for 15 minutes. This white woman recorded the whole thing. So finally the cop come up to me, he say, all right, Mr. Harris, you're free to go. I said, all right, appreciate it. And I start my car. And I look at that white woman who was recording me, and she looking back at me, and she give me a thumbs up like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, we good. She like, oh. She just all relieved, and she put her phone down, and she started her car, and she watched me, and she waited for me to pull off, and then she pulled off. And I was like, damn, ally, ain't this something? You know, as a black man, you're not used to your allies, you know, but we really got allies now out here recording our traffic stop, making sure we good. All right, allies.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, be an ally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and everyone on your phone, on your tablet, everyone can be a citizen journalist now.
Yep, exactly.
You see some shit going down, you fucking film it. Because the only way anyone ever is going to get justice in that situation is if it's on fucking camera.
Yep, and if the cops know that they are being watched.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it might not stop him, because that motherfucker who killed Floyd, he knew he was being recorded. Yeah, he knew he was being filmed for several minutes. Yep. He didn't stop him. But the only way that George Floyd was ever going to get justice is because it was on camera. Yes. So, yeah. We'll see. By the way, did you see? I don't know if you've got it marked down, but the footage of the initial arrest was released.
Yeah, someone said that it was. Yeah, I don't know. No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the Conservatives were all like, "Oh, it exonerates him." No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't at all.
No. Literally nothing he could have done before having handcuffs put on him would justify him having been murdered on the ground.
Yeah, once you have him in handcuffs, at that point you have absolute control. So whatever happens, you have
a duty of care.
Yeah, it's on you, and the fact that you were literally the cause of his death—that's at the very least manslaughter.
Yes. I mean, there is no mitigating circumstance for having somebody in handcuffs subdued with 4 cops
and you can tell
being suffocated.
Yeah, and you can tell the Conservatives are just hacks trying to spin a narrative, because they're all like, oh, well, it shows that they would definitely, it's an overcharge. The second-degree murder charge is too much. And you think,
what?
Well, no, you're only just learning this information now, but the fucking prosecutor will have seen that footage 2 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, before they charged them, because they need to know what fucking evidence they have to know what they could potentially charge them with.
Yeah.
So this isn't new information that they're going. It's not all the prosecutors. They're going, oh fuck, oh this new information. No, they've seen it.
Yeah. No, this is just basically they want cops to get away with murder. They're basically they're Klansmen. They're rooting for Klansmen at
basically,
this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the audio of Jerry Falwell. Did you hear this?
No, what's this?
Oh, okay. So you know this picture that was sent out, and people were like, "What the hell?" Because this is the guy who runs Liberty University.
Yes.
This is Jerry Falwell Jr.
Having premarital sex. Yes.
Yep. So he this picture was sent out, a drunk, unzipped mess on his yacht, and he called into a radio station sounding drunk as fuck. So it's just the
Is that
audio
his
here,
wife,
but
by the way?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
not very Christian.
No.
That's not
So
very
here
trad.
we go. No, not at all.
What was up with that picture on Instagram?
You know, it was weird because she's pregnant, so she couldn't get her pants up. And so I was trying to
Doesn't he sound drunk?
I had on a pair of jeans I haven't worn in a long time, so I couldn't get mine zipped either. And so I just put my belly out like hers.
Why, if that's not his wife, why is he with this pregnant woman getting dressed?
I think it's his wife's assistant or something. I don't know. I think he mentioned.
But that's still
Nope.
still dodgy.
Yeah.
Like it could be quite sweet in a way. Like, oh, they're innocent. Like, it's a show of solidarity with the pregnant woman whose pants don't fit. But actually, it's just kind of this creepy religious drunk. Okay.
And it was just
Oh shit! I was trying to scroll up to the picture again. Oh, go ahead. I think we were about there.
in a long time, so I couldn't get mine zipped either. And so I just put my belly out like hers, and it was just she's my wife's assistant, and she's a sweetheart, and I should never put it up because embarrassed her because anyway, I apologize to everybody. My kids, I'm gonna try to be a good boy from here on out.
By calling in drunk to a radio station.
I'm gonna be a good boy from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
That's your leader of Liberty U.
Oh,
Good Christian
Christian
man.
purity. It's so fun.
That's a trad life right there.
They
Kev.
will literally,
That's trad life.
Liberty University will suspend people if they have premarital intercourse.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
If a student posted that, they would have gotten kicked out.
Yeah, if you preach it, you've got to live it. And he doesn't.
Yeah.
Which is surprising, because usually Christian authoritarians are so pure.
They're not hypocrites at all, those types. I think that was about it. I think that I'd kind of.
Well, I think one thing
worth.
worth mentioning, just as an aside, Dinesh D'Souza. Did we see his weird ass
the
meltdown?
Felon.
Yeah, the convicted felon.
No.
Yeah, he was going off on one. You know, they're obsessed with. I mean, they are simps for Donald Trump, basically. And Trump pronounced the country Thailand as Thailand because it's TH. And clearly, he'd never seen the word before in his fucking life and just went, Thailand? I've made my decision. I've gone with it. So we'll say Thailand, which is wrong. It's Thailand, obviously. And it's not pronounced Thailand anywhere.
No,
but Dinesh
nowhere.
D'Souza, being a simp, is basically saying, no, it is. It's pronounced Thailand. But he said not in the Thai language, but in English it's pronounced Thailand.
No one in English pronounces it Thailand.
Not a single fucking person. And he says in one of the replies to this, he starts going on about in England, Australia, and India, in the English tongue in India, that is, it's described as Thailand, and that's not true. And I just retweeted it. If you want to go into my timeline, it'll show you. I just tweeted out, as someone who's lived in England my entire life, I pronounce it Thailand, not Thailand. And I've never heard a single human being ever pronounce it as described below by Dinesh. He is lying.
Yeah, of course he is.
And I've had Australians come to me and say, yeah, that's the same here. So I can't speak for India. Maybe India is a weird exception to this. But look, there it is. In England, Australia and India, it's pronounced Thailand. And guess who invented the English language? Well, England, I suppose. But I can tell you, as someone who's lived in England forever, it's not pronounced Thailand by anyone, ever. We don't go for a Thai green curry. It's not a thing that happens ever.
No one
Do you want to go get some? Do you want to go to the local restaurant and get some Thai food? No, it's not a thing. No.
What a total suck ass.
So that's a thing that happened, and I just thought that's
what
a
hilarious.
Weird hill to die on. It could just be. I mean, look, if Donald Trump had done nothing else but pronounce Thailand as Thailand, it wouldn't be a problem. So why die on that hill, Dinesh? Like.
Yes.
That's embarrassing, man. Just
especially
be like, okay,
right after
in an interview he fucked up saying a word. Who cares?
Yeah, right after Yosemite.
Yeah, Yosemite. Yosemite Sam. What the fuck?
Yep. I mean, let Trump keep talking because Biden put his foot in his mouth today.
Oh, please, for the love of God, Joe, stop talking, especially about race. I know you think you look because it's a big win for you because your people like discussions about races, and Trump doesn't do well in that regard at all. You cannot discuss that. Appoint a black vice president candidate and let them talk about it.
Yes.
Because they have some semblance of knowledge and coherence. Whereas you go on there and say, if you're not voting for me, you're not black, and stuff like that. So just stop.
Yes, just stop, Joe. You're making it harder every day.
Exactly.
Like, just don't open your mouth.
And again, when your opponent is kicking themselves in the dick, don't interrupt.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
Well, thankfully, Thailand came up, which was like everyone on Twitter was like squirrel, so it went over. But yeah, appoint a woman of a qualified. He's got such a sea of women to choose from, but pick a qualified woman of color because you need someone to be, like how Barack Obama, the guy played his anger translator.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of wondering if some of these women who are up for VP is like, I got to explain this shit for the next 4 years.
yeah, exactly. This is going to be cleaning up Joe Biden's fucking bullshit for 4 years. But I
think it might be.
To be fair, if you get to run next time, there are worse apprenticeships you can do. So
so just like Obama had his anger translator, like someone whoever she's going to be is going to have to be like Joe's insensitive racial comment translator. Yeah.
Well,
like his heart is in the right place, but his mouth fucks it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his heart is not connected to his mouth, unfortunately.
No.
And unfortunately, neither is his brain. It would appear, but whatever. He looks like probably Kamala Harris will be the VP pick, although it's not guaranteed. Yep. But now there is good and bad to that. Let's ignore the realpolitik of it. Let's ignore the theory of it, whatever track record. Let's ignore the politics. Let's just go with the realpolitik of it. Clearly, there's the old adage about choosing someone from a state you need to win. That doesn't help, obviously, because she's from California, which is going to piss, obviously.
Yeah, but that's like 1970s, 80s.
Well, exactly. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still a thing. It's still a thing you can do potentially. It's not. It shouldn't be the absolute deciding factor.
Hey,
but if
can I? Where was Tim Kaine from?
Iowa, something was it?
I don't even fucking know. I don't even know where Tim Kaine represented.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, but I mean that. To be fair, he lost, so I suppose that proves the point. Anyway.
Well,
I'm joking. No, she did. She did. Yeah. So on that front, that's true. But apparently, news coming out from the White House, from behind closed doors, that is, that apparently he's who would be most worried about Kamala Harris.
Yeah, it's harder to attack her than like Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Or Susan Rice. If they had Susan Rice, they would just drag out Benghazi. If it was Elizabeth Warren, it would be Pocahontas, Pocahontas, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
He's already having a hard time redefining Biden in a way to make him like Hillary Clinton last time, which is what his dream is.
Yeah.
So a Harris pick just doesn't help him at all.
Yeah, it's difficult to... And again, I don't want to go too far into her back track record because I don't want to fall out with anyone. All I'll say is it's difficult to depict her as soft on law and order, given her track record as the Attorney General of California.
Yeah, and she's also been out there on the forefronts of how to do redistributive justice and how to reform the justice system. So she's inoculated, it's in sort of some ways from the right and from the left, because she's actually like tried to do some of the policies that people are talking about. She's been talking about the policies that some people have been talking about only in the last 4 months. So yeah, I mean, I think that's been my pick for him basically since he decided he was going to choose a woman. So yeah, I'll be happy, but we'll see what happens in the next, I guess, week or so, tonight or in the next 7 days, hopefully.
I'm not black or a woman, but Joe, I am available, mate. I'm on furlough for the next fortnight. If you need me, give me a bell. All
right, so I'm not going to get into a Harris conversation, but Data Port Doll, if you want to have a talk, I can give you some resources on that. And also, I think that there has to be a place for people to grow, and we have to let people get better, and we have to be happy when they do, because that's how we make progress.
I disagree.
Okay.
I like Charlie Kirk. I think you've worked out what you believe by the age of 8, and then just go with that forever.
Forever, ever, yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think that's it. Is that the show? I mean, is it okay if we just go under 2 hours?
Fucking hell. Apologies, I'm very sneezy.
Gesundheit.
Yes, thank you, yes. There we go, happy hour pictures, so we can do what we want now.
Okay.
Oh, how was everyone in the chat, by the way? Not that I care, not that I give a shit what you people think, but how are we?
They're just talking about the pick now.
See, this is what I mean. Avoid the politics. We don't want to.
Yep.
We just this. To be honest with you, this election is so not about giving a fuck what the Democrats are even planning to do, because it's about defeating fascism. And then, by the way, there might well be a significant pivot if they get into office and do shit. I will absolutely criticise that. But there's absolutely no way. Like, he could choose fucking Satan as his vice presidential pick. And frankly...
Yeah, at the end of the day,
you know...
Yeah, vice presidents don't do anything except carry out the president's policies or represent the president's policies.
And explain what they really meant to say about race that one time, honest.
Well, in this case, yeah. Clean up their messes. Clean up their messes. Yeah. Or be an errand boy if you're Mike Pence.
Well, not just that, but this time round, potentially wait for the call. Just saying, he's old.
Oh, wait for the call? What do you mean?
Well, either his fucking brain goes or he dies is the point I'm making. Oh, and then you have to step up.
Well, he probably won't run for a second. Yeah, he won't run for a second term if he's elected. That's one way or the other. Yeah, I think so.
Well, okay,
but it's at the end of the day,
maybe not. But it would be easy in that situation for him to be like, "Nah, I'm all right. I reckon I could go for a second term," and then all hell could break loose. Who knows?
Well, yeah. I mean, let's just get across the finish line right now. Yeah, because. Let's just get across the finish line. And I want him to make this pick because Dems are eating each other up. You know, there's a lot of bad feeling and bad blood and factionalism, and we just need to it's Joe's pick. End of the day, it's his pick. Us being angry at each other or trashing other Dems isn't going to change his mind. So we either get behind the anti-fascist ticket or you help fascism.
Chris, no, you're wrong. Joe's a very social media savvy creature. He's clearly on Twitter reading socialist boy XXO41 bad-mouthing Kamala Harris. So I think it's important.
That's how he spends his time.
It's important.
He's moved to TikTok.
Exactly, yeah. He's on Parler constantly. Apparently, all of his vice presidential options are cancer and Jews. Who knew that? Crazy.
Yeah. Like, honestly, Trump is carrying out, they're organizing, the AG is organizing an October surprise. They're going to have indictments of people that are false indictments just to try to change the narrative.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's terrible.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the most obviously corrupt presidential elections in history.
I mean, he's already attacking the results. He's suing the state of Nevada. He's, and he's saying that for some reason we can't wait 7 days to get a result. Well, do you remember Bush v. Gore?
Yeah,
do you remember?
Yeah, that took like 2 weeks or something, was it?
Yeah. So he's not. There's no swearing.
That went to the fucking Supreme Court. Yeah.
It did.
That's not. That's not unheard of. It's not unheard of in the lifetime of every motherfucker watching virtually.
Yeah. But the question is he going to try to tie up every state? Is he going? And that's why we need, it's not just enough to kind of like say, oh, I'm in a blue state, I can afford to vote green tactically. No, we need every vote in there to be overwhelming so that we don't have close elections. So we don't have to worry about 50 or a third of the votes still waiting out there because the post office hasn't delivered letters or the ballots.
Well, exactly, yeah, and that's why I will be illegally voting for Joe Biden in all 50 states several times. So.
Oh, expect you're going to be in a Trump tweet now.
Oh, well, I hope so, yeah. It's a matter of time. He's going to have to wear the targets, let's be honest. Some of the strangest, like, he's retweeted fucking Jack Posobiec, so, And, and that guy stands in Central Park shouting about gerbils, so... Who knows what's going on? People might think, oh, that's a joke I'm doing. It isn't. He did that.
Nope. That's the thing.
Yeah. Anyway. Look that up. Look that little mess up. That was fun. That was... Imagine that. That was so far in the memory, and it's only like 3 years ago. And it seems like it's a million years back. Anyway.
2020 feels like it's lasted 3 years.
I think April and May lasted about a decade each. It doesn't feel like
I'm definitely grayer.
Yeah.
I actually found I had washed my hair the other day and was blow drying it, and I actually collected enough gray to have like a streak of this sort of steely, shimmery silver down. I was like, oh, that's my fucking power gray. I'm liking that look.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah. So, because embrace it, and plus I don't want to waste money on dye.
I'll probably just go bald. And then start wearing a beanie
clippers.
and grifting. The path has been trodden for me by a trailblazer in journalism. Anyway.
And you won't even have to get hit by a milkshake.
I won't, no. Although I might do it anyway, just because, Right, it's a
just
rite of passage.
It, like Jacob Wall.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob Wall. What a ledge.
Right.
What a ledge.
So, end of the show?
No, but you did say that in a slightly
well, I want to show you. I want to show you some of the. I want to show you some of the Manitowoc Minute that I've been watching. Don't you know?
Kristi's going to show me some weird parochial stuff now.
Yeah. Okay, you guys.
Pray for me.
Good to see ya. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh no, I don't need asparagus. No. Okay, well, I'll take some. I'll make pie.
Who eats asparagus?
Oh, people with like all the time. Oh, rhubarb. That's it. Rhubarb. Sorry, asparagus.
Could you do that closer to the microphone? That's not picking up at all. That incredibly mysterious thing that you're doing that I'm sure no one can work out at all.
Oh, my dice?
Yeah, it's dice.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's diced,
yeah. I'm I've got like many dice now. And I play with.
Come on, it's die.
I've got many die I play with. No. When I grab like 4 or 5 of them, I get a whole handful. 2, 3, 4 beers.
Well, this was fun. To the end.
Yeah, it was.
To the end.
And then
ruined it.
It kind of faded at the end.
Yeah. Anyway.
I could put on the naked German.
Is that just a general comment or?
I'll send you that pic.
Please.
I'm sure you want it.
Yeah, so this has been something. I don't know what, but it's been something.
It's been some time.
It's been emotional.
Yeah, because off air, I have introduced Kevin to the old Jeopardy with Will Ferrell and someone, is it Daryl Hammond, doing Sean Connery. So I introduced him to that series.
I fucked your mom, Trebek.
Basically, you couldn't say that on the show, but yeah.
I'll take tits now for 20.
Anal bum cover.
Anyway.
So we're gonna watch How to Build a Jumbo Jenga, or maybe the world's worst cornhole league.
Wow, that's what a title that is. I look forward to that with bated anus. Anyway, just goodbye from me, and goodbye from Kristi. Say goodbye, Kristi.
Hey, tell your folks I says hi.
That's not the bit.
No, I did a Wisconsin bit.
That's not a bit. That's not human.